It's a beautiful day in Aggieland. It's a beautiful day in Aggieland. Oh, won't you be my neighbor? Hello, Auburn, and welcome to the Homemade Podcast Sports with your host, J Pops. It is time. You are the first victim of the conference slate schedule. It's time to get into it, baby. All right. We got victimized. We got victimized to Miami of not a conference slate. We lost. A lot of people still haven't gotten over that victory. Okay? I think it's time for us to show up and show out. Once again, you guys are the first victim. So let's talk about it, guys. Welcome back to the Homemade Podcast of Sports with your host, J Pops. We're here. The conference slate starts now. It is time. It is time. It is time. I honestly feel like Auburn and those damn Mississippi schools are a rival. All conference games are rivals. But Auburn, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, those guys there have been the ones that have gotten on our last nerves. I don't know how we lost last year to you guys, but that's fine. It's a whole new year. It's payback time. It is payback time. Will the defense get right in this game? I don't know, but we are going to see. We're going to see. I'm going to break down some things here in which the defense should be A1 in this game. But once again, I don't know. Last game they were, but just like a lot of people keep on telling me, that was ULM. Come on, man. That was ULM. Think about what they did in Miami. Miami is long gone. Now it's time for Auburn. It is time for Auburn. We playing Kyle Field. We're ready. I'm going to say this once again. We're ready. You got us last year, night game, interim head coach, sell out. I'm going to say that once again. Sell out crowd. It's our turn. SEC Nation is going to be there. It's an 11 o'clock kickoff. Sun is going to be shining, and it's not going to be too hot. Oh, I love it, baby. It is fall football weather. The last time we played Auburn at Kyle Field, we had Zach Calzada. Guess what? We ain't got him no more. We don't have him no more. We played you last year in Jordan Hare. And Connor was on that team. Evan was on that team. Anias was hurt. Amari Daniels was on that team, and he got him a big run in that game. Le'Veon Moss was on this team. All those offensive linemen you see out there, they were on this team. They lost last year. They lost. We never got over that. That's what I never got over. We lost. We lost by 3. That's fine. Your asses come here now. It's time, baby. It is time. It's check season. Now it's check season. I'm hearing a lot of people say Jimbo needs this game. Hell yeah, he needs this game. He needs every single game that's on the schedule. Just like Hugh Freeze needs the game. Every coach in America needs to win their game. All right? So it isn't just Jimbo that needs to win this game, but Hugh is thinking the same thing. We're going to go out here and we're going to really see where we at conference-wise. We're going to see where we at. As of right now, Texas A&M is a 7-point favorite. They started at 8. The line keeps dropping. It hasn't dropped lately, but the line right now is 7. I'm going to say this here. I believe A&M covers, and I believe A&M goes over. However, I've seen these Auburn games. Once again, the last game we played, I believe we were an 8-point favorite, and we ended up running away with it. That final score was 20-3. That was an all-out defensive standout game there. All right? That was a sold-out crowd in Aggieland. I don't expect this crowd to be no different. That was a 2:30 kickoff last year. This year it's 11 a.m. once again. I expect these guys to come out ready, fully prepared, blazing. Once again, we got a new one. We got a new one. Quarterback I'm talking about here is Connor. And every receiver is in this game. Noah didn't play last year. No, I'll take that back. Noah did play last year. He played last year. Guess what? Noah is a dominant threat this year. Evan played last year. He didn't have that many catches, but he stood out. He got hurt, but he's back. Moose played in that game. No, Moose didn't get a chance to play in that game. I believe, look, I'm just like how we seen Ananias last week. I believe Moose will get his chance in this game. Like, seriously, get his chance. Because he feel like he didn't get a chance last year because of that damn sleeve gate. We ain't got no sleeve gate going on this. No, man. We got y'all late last year. I have no clue why they had that game that late in the season. We get y'all this year, man. Room prices are like $300 to $400. Imagine they are, man. Imagine they are. Like I say, this is one of the bigger games on their schedule, on both teams' schedule. And I believe these coaches and these kids, which are the main ones, these kids, they're wanting to play in these type of environments, man. So they get their opportunity to do so. It's going to be a good one, baby. It is going to be a good one, all right? So let's go ahead and step on into it, man. Let's talk about it. This Texas A&M defense against this Auburn offense, all right? Texas A&M is 39th in total defense. Auburn is 48 in total offense. 39 against 48. I believe this is going to be a good one. I believe so. But then again, I believe Texas A&M can run away with it in the fourth quarter. I believe they can. Let's go through some things here. All right, so we already talked about total defense. A&M giving up about 298.3 yards a game. Auburn 48 in total offense. They are averaging about 428 yards a game. All right. It's a couple of things you got to watch in that. All right. You really have to watch that. Auburn right now ranks 89th in the passing offense. All right. That's in the passing game. Those numbers look familiar? I'm going to ask you Aggie fans out there, man. Does those numbers look familiar? That looks like a Jimbo Fisher offense right there of last year. However, Jimbo ain't calling plays for us this year. It's all about Petrino. Anyways, let's keep on going here. So Auburn with Peyton Thorne throwing the football, 89th in the country. 3 games have been played already. They're averaging 212.3 yards a game. Texas A&M, as bad as this defense as everybody makes it out to be, excluding me, because I know it's some things and there's some hidden factors that a lot of people just don't want to look at. As of right now, Texas A&M is 51st in pass defense. Is that good? No, it's not. Is it average? Yes. It's average to mediocre passing defense. However, they're giving up only 200 yards a game. All right. They gave up a lot of yards to Miami. A lot of people continuously forget that those yards came after contact. That was extremely yards after contact, guys missing tackles, and just don't want to do anything. However, the defensive pressure, man, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. All right. But this past defense, I believe those guys just had a bad game against Miami. But we're going to see. We're going to see, because this is a total makeup game, and your pass defense should not get outclassed. All right. So let's keep on moving along here. So what are we looking at here? Hold on. Let me check and see what I'm looking at here. All right. So rushing offense. This is what's interesting about this game. Auburn is 18th in the country in rushing offense. All right. They have about 10 rushing touchdowns right now. They average about 215.7 yards a game. That's almost like a Gus Malzahn offense, to say the least. I'm going to be dead ass honest with you. That's almost like a Gus Malzahn offense. All right. A&M, they rank 35th in the country, which is a drastic improvement in the run defense. And a lot of people continuously say this here. Well, why would you run when you can just pass on the defense all day? They only done that in one game, guys. Only one game. Miami got them good. But once again, they came after yards after contact. Nobody was wrapping up on the tackle. All right. Once again, we'll get to the pass rush in a little bit here. Hold on. We'll get to the pass rush. So A&M ranks 35th in the country with giving up only 98.3 yards a game. They're going to get tested in this game. They're going to get tested. I believe ULM tested them in the last game, and they held up. They held their own. Shut them down. Shut them down in the running game. Shut them down in the passing game. I don't expect that to change in this game. All right, let's keep going here. So let me go up here. All right, red zone defense. Let's talk about this one. This one is a hidden factor, and this is the reason to why Texas A&M is ranked where they're at in total defense. So red zone defense, Texas A&M is tied for number 83 in the country, giving up 7 touchdowns. All right. Well, I'm sorry, giving up 7 scores, 3 passing touchdowns, 3 field goals made. Notice what I did not say. They have not given up a rushing touchdown at all this season in the red zone. These have all come off of passing plays. Once again, this run defense has improved drastically. Pass defense, they've given up 3 touchdowns, which averages what? About 1 passing touchdown a game. But all of those touchdowns that I just mentioned, passing wise, that came from, I want to say, all Tyler Van Dyke. That was it. That came strictly off Miami. So it's a lot of things that's misleading when it comes to these numbers and how the way they're skewed. All right. All of the yards, and the reason why people are saying that the defense looks bad this year is all because of Miami. That's it. They're just going solely based on the Miami game. Out of 3 games in total, nobody wants to talk about that because, oh, man, well, look at the opponents. Look at the opponents. Okay, well, Miami is doing what they're doing, and they, too, have had the same amount, talent-wise here, of opponents that we've had. The only ones that they played were up to their talent level was Texas A&M, man. That's it. The other 2 guys, I think they just played Bethune-Cookman last Thursday. Before that, they played some other school, FCS. And then before Texas A&M, they played another school, FCS. So that's one of those things I'm going to continue to fight. I'm sorry, I am. You know, those guys just had a bad game. All right, am I defending the defense? To a certain extent, because they do need to get better with rushing the quarterback. I will say that part. They need to get better there, and they need to get better at tackling. All right, so let's keep on going here. Auburn in the red zone. Auburn in the red zone here. This is why I say, man, this is the reason to why they're saying A&M is only a 7-point favorite. Auburn in the red zone is tied for number 80 in the country. I'm going to say that once again. They're tied for number 80 in the country. They have 8 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns, 2 field goals made. Notice what I just said. They lean heavily on the run in the red zone. Notice what I said on the last one. Texas A&M does not give up a red zone rushing touchdown at all. Will it change in this game? I believe they'll give up 1. I'm not going to put that past those guys. I believe they'll give up 1. But if they don't give up no pass, if they do not give up a rushing touchdown, then I believe they'll lean heavily on passing, and I believe A&M will be ready for it. Okay? That's going to solely decide this game here. All right? So, also, what you guys need to know is another reason why they're saying A&M is a 7-point favorite. Red zone offense. Texas A&M ranks number 11 in the country, if I'm not mistaken, in red zone offense. Let me go back here and just make sure of this, because I did not say this on the last podcast. I did not. But Texas A&M right now, I'm sorry, they rank number 19 in red zone offense. Okay? They rank 19. They're up there amongst some of the best in the country. Number 1 right now in red zone offense is Alabama. Believe it or not. I know how bad Alabama's look, but they rank number 1. Number 2 is BYU. 3 is Colorado, people. I'm going to say that once again. Number 3 is Colorado. Then Florida State, Illinois, Michigan State, and so on like that. Texas A&M is ranked in the top 25 in red zone offense. All right. And the Auburn's defense is number 3 in the country in red zone defense. That's going to say a lot. That is going to say a lot. It depends on what this team is going to do in the red zone and also in the passing game for Texas A&M. But once again, that's why they're saying they're only a 7-point favorite. We will see. We will see. All right, let's keep on going here. So, Auburn, sacks allowed. They're tied for number 56 in the country with 5 sacks given up in 3 games. All right, I'm going to say that once again, with 5 sacks given up in 3 games. Yeah, but what does that mean for Texas A&M? Well, as of right now, yes, Texas A&M didn't have that many sacks. I know it. I know it, people. Yeah, it's pissing me off too. However, I keep on saying this. They're going to eventually bust up the middle and get them a couple of sacks in the game, and it's going to trigger something. It's going to trigger something. I know a lot of people upset at DJ Durkin. I am too. They need to get some sacks already, man. They need to get some sacks. I can say that, but the team that we played against, Miami, I'm going to keep on going back to Miami because that's what people keep on telling me to go back to. Miami is tied for 52 in the country with team sacks, with 7, okay? And which is not a lot, apparently. Texas A&M, as of right now, Texas A&M has 6 sacks on the season. They're tied for number 65 in the country. That isn't a lot. You need more than that. But they've had 6 sacks in 3 games. A very silent 6 sacks. But to say the least, they've had 6 sacks in 3 games. What that's about 2 sacks each game. Now, does that sound good? Yeah, because we might be on something. If you're telling me that we have 6 sacks in 3 games, Auburn is giving up 5. You can go in that game and muster up some sacks. All right. Now, we aren't going to get no 20 sacks, people. This is not NCAA football on PlayStation 2. Okay. We're not going to get 20 sacks. If we do, then goodness gracious. Man, we're really that team. All right. So third down percentage defense here. And this is an unknown stat that gets buried because of, once again, what happened in the Miami game. This is a stat that gets buried. On third down defense, Texas A&M is number 3 in the country. This is what they have given up. 7 third down conversions on 34 attempts. But somehow, some way, a lot of people are mad at this Texas A&M defense. They aren't getting enough sacks. That's the only thing that you really hear. Oh, and they gave up all them passing yards to Miami. That was yards after contact. What is it left for me to say? This defense has only given up 7 conversions on third down out of 34 attempts. That is 3rd best in all of FBS. You know who they're behind, in which is a pretty good damn ball club? Utah. You know who's behind them in third down defense? Auburn. Once again, that's why they're saying 7-point favorite, but you didn't hear that from me. Let's keep on going here. Auburn, third down offense, number 39 in the country. I'm going to say that once again. They're number 39 in the country. You guys want to know what Texas A&M is? Third down offense, number 25 in the country. They have the 25th best third down offense. That is night and day different from what we have seen, period, in College Station. All right? So, guys, there's just a couple of things to watch there, man. You really, really have to watch this game. Once again, I believe Auburn can be the first victim of a good conference record for Texas A&M going forward. I believe a lot of people still believe in Texas A&M, although they dog. It's still a lot of people that believe in Texas A&M. I'm going to say that once again. Although they dog the hell out of it. It's a lot of people that still believe in this team. Why? Because they know that they can do it. Why? Because they know that Jimbo Fisher can go and win 10 games. He just haven't done it in College Station. I know this, people. Damn. I didn't been accused of a Jimbo Fisher lover. Oh, you know, man, you so supportive of Jimbo and blah, 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 blah. Okay. That's because I see the things in the stat column. I see the things behind the scenes that a lot of people don't like to bring up, all because a lot of people love to follow the media narrative. I don't follow the narrative. I don't follow the leader. I do not do that. I don't follow. Okay. I go and I do my own analysis. I do my own research and things like that. All right. I love to go dig deep. Let me see what's what, bring it to the light. So a lot of people can say, oh yeah, man, they done all, yeah, but they still lost. Okay, well, let's look at how the way they lost. How did they lose? The Miami game. We're going to go back to the Miami game. Everybody, for whatever reason, 3 games haven't been played yet. Only Miami has been played so far. Well, because that's the only one that was a Power 5 team, and they had like some of the talent that Texas A&M had. Truth be told, they did. They did. Texas A&M is the 4th best talented team. Miami is the 12th best. I don't think a lot of people knew that. I don't. You know what it is? I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people just watch football. They look at what somebody else is saying and then say, yeah, that. Yeah. I'm gonna take what you had said. Yeah, man, you right, man. Yeah. They don't, hey, you need to look at this. Why don't you just go do your own damn research? Go look at your own stuff. You have a computer. Stop frauding like you don't have one. You want to know why? Because you got a cell phone. You can't tell me you can't just go on Google, look at a couple of things, see what it is, and then go from there. Once again, I'm taking Texas A&M to win this ball game. They should have won against Miami, but they didn't. So what can we do? We can't go back in time and reverse it. All we can do is just what, people? Keep moving along. That's all we can do. As long as we have Connor Witten, as long as we have Evan Stewart, as long as we have Anais Smith, as long as we got Noah Thomas, as long as we got Ja'Day Walker, in which he welcomed Ja'Day. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't give no credit to my wide receiver corps. As long as we got the best wide receiver unit in the country, one of the best, because we do. Thank you, Damian Craig. Thank you. And a lot of people down him. As long as we got one of the best wide receiver units in the country and they're getting utilized like how the way they should be getting utilized with Bobby Petrino, thank you, Bobby. Then I'm taking Connor and Texas A&M in every game. All right, I'm taking that's bias. It is. At the same time, if I'm going to be biased, I got to back up my bias. What are you basing this on? I'm basing this on this year. Y'all keep on telling me about what happened last year, year before that. Guys, when are you going to learn to move forward already? If you cannot learn how to move forward, then guess where you're going to be? Backwards. You're going to be behind. I've seen a lot of people get left behind because they want to live in the past. All right. You guys want to know something? You want to know why Texas is 3-0 right now? It's because they're not looking at the past. They're moving forward. They're not looking at what happened last year. They're worried about this. They're worried about this year. Okay? This team. Not the fans. Not my fellow Aggies out there, because some of you guys be tripping, let the truth be told. Not some of my fellow Aggies out there. This team is looking at, okay, what's ahead? Okay, next game, who we got? They know their schedule already. They know the opponent. They're moving forward. They know that they lost to Miami, but they know that they should have won against Miami, but they didn't. So what can you do? You're going to dwell on it, or are you going to get better each week? Oh, well, man. Oh, no, man, they ain't on them kids. Man, that's on the coach. Yeah, it is on the coach. But the kids play for the coach. Am I correct? Okay, then. Yeah, thank you. I heard somebody back there say, man, yeah, you right. Yeah, I know I am. So be patient. Be patient once again and let him be. Let those kids keep working, okay? Those guys know what they got to go out there and do. Let them do it. Let them do it. Stop trying to be the coach because you guys aren't the coach. A lot of you guys talk like you can be better than the coach. No, you can't. No, you can't. Oh, well, I bet I can be better than DJ Durkin. No, you can't. That guy has experience. Although I don't like most of the play calling. I don't. I'm going to be dead honest with you. I don't. But at times, I do understand. You know, I don't like the three-man front. Never have, and probably never will. But if it's working, man, what can you say? Oh, well, man, it's too many defensive linemen to be running that three-man. I know it is. He knows that too. Eventually, he'll run a four-man front for if it needs to be ran. You know, does it need to be ran in this game? I think so. But that's just me thinking so. I don't know what they're seeing inside of a coach's mind. I don't. I'm just looking at the TV. Or if I'm at the game, I'm just looking at the game. They're not looking at the game. All right? They're focusing on what's being played and what's being called. Is it up to us to make adjustments? Hell yeah, it is. It's up to the coaches to make adjustments, man. You got to make that adjustment. So I agree with you on that. But will I stay mad? No, man. Why? I'm not going to stay mad at something, man. I think a lot of you guys need to learn how to not be mad all the damn time. A lot of you guys charge me up about, oh, well, man, I'm not mad. You know, well, man, I'm just, you know, speaking on some things of what everybody else is saying. All right, man. You and everybody else can continuously think and speak on the same thing, but then when these guys go out there and win, it's one of those. Yeah, man, I knew they had it, man. You know, Durkin okay. I call it flip flop. I call that serious flip flop. If you with them, then be with them. If you're not, then just don't be with them. All right, yeah, hell yeah. They got to prove us wrong. They got to prove a lot of people wrong. We're not the only ones. We're not the only ones. All right. So I believe those guys will be good in this game. Once again, I believe Texas A&M will cover. All right. The thing that scares me about Auburn are the cornerbacks. They do have some good corners. But what has Auburn been? And shout out to Olin Buchanan because he said this. He actually mentioned this. That was a fact. What has Auburn been over the last few years? Ever since Texas A&M has played them? Defense. They've been all defense. Some offense, you know, here and there, but they've been all legit defense. Okay? If they have the defense, Auburn is a really fucking good team. Excuse my language. And it has been that way ever since I've been watching Auburn. They've been a really good team defensively. Offensively, they've never just really been that team offensively. Only, you know, when Cam was there. And the other guy that was there that went to the national championship game with them. Other than that, Auburn ain't never been no this and that offensively. They've always been good defensively. The guys that mostly go to the NFL from Auburn, they've all been on defense. Most of the guys, man. Cam was the only one that I know of. And, of course, somebody else that played during R.C. Slocum tenure. I can't remember that guy's name. But Cam is the only one that I know of that I actually seen get drafted as in the first round as the first overall pick offensively. Offensively. Cam knew. It was him. Everybody else, offensive-wise, man, they haven't just really been that. But defensively, that's what scares me. That's what scares me. Because I know they have a good defense year in, year out. No matter how bad that team is, the defense always is good year in, year out. All right. So once again, what scares me are their corners. But if you can take those corners away in those one-on-one matchups, by all means, man, do it. Peyton Thorne doesn't scare me. All right. Now, he's not Tyler Van Dyke. You know, the thing about Tyler Van Dyke was that all the hype was mentioned on him on last year. And then it got to the A&M game, and once again, yards after catch, all credit to his wide receivers. They made Tyler Van Dyke in that game. They made him. But Tyler Van Dyke made the throws. Somebody had to throw it to him, and Tyler done that. But his receivers, credit to those guys, they made him. They made them 5 touchdowns for him, of course, duh. But it was simply yards after contact, man. They got it. We did. All right, so simple as that. But other than that, guys, that's all I have for you on today. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, please hit that like and subscribe button if you don't mind. And also, just be looking for the podcast on Sunday, which is the Overreaction Show. All right, I have to get up out of here. It is my anniversary. It's my marriage anniversary. That's why I'm coming to you guys so late. You know, me and my wife has just pretty much kind of been hanging out. We're going to go to lunch. All right, we're going to go to lunch, and we're going to have a good time. All right, so I love all of you. #gig.